Hello everyone, welcome back to SmallCapGuy. You may have heard by now that the interest rate is going to be increased a few times in 2022, 2023 and 2024. When interest rate increases, that's when the stock market might tank because it is seen as a riskier instrument as compared to the bond market. That means that a market recession might come soon. In the meantime, there were actually some actions done by the big guys for the past few months, and that might be a signal for recession as well. In this video, I'm going to show you what the top management in the public listed companies did that might indicate a potential global recession.
The first piece of the information, the first piece of the news, I want to show you that some of the actions the CEO or the insiders has been doing a lot for this year. So this is the CEO and insiders. They sell a record of 69 billion of their stocks, and the year isn't over yet. And this was published on 1st of December. The news is quite new. So the CEO, a lot of CEO and insiders, and who are the guys? The guys are actually not just Elon Musk. Actually, there are a lot. This is the leadership board. The largest stock seller. You see the title, it says super stock sellers. The top one is Elon Musk, $10 billion of the stocks being sold until now. Then you see the second one, Jeff Bezos. You see he actually sell about the same amount as Elon Musk, like 9.97 billion. It is actually the same as 10 billion. Just that everyone's eyes is on Elon Musk. Nobody even noticed Jeff Bezos has been selling the stock as well. You see it is exactly the same amount, just lower a bit. It is the top two, the second place. So people only remember the first place, Elon Musk, and then nobody remember the second place. Then the next person, this is a family, Walton family. What is this company? This entire family, they sold 6.18 billion worth of shares. So the answer is Walmart. So the entire family, all the people, they sell $6 billion of the shares. Then Mark Zuckerberg, you know, is Facebook, sell 4.47 billion. But all you know is just Elon Musk selling shares. There are so many other people selling the shares of their company as well. Then Larry Page and this Sergey Brin, these two, they are from Google. They sell to either pay tax or donation. This is what they say to the public. They're going to pay tax or they're going to do some other stuff. But today I'm going to show you something else. So you see, they've been selling a lot of the shares, all the huge companies. While some market watchers see the insider selling as a warning sign and signal of a market top, and many of the stocks sold by the insiders, including Tesla, Amazon, has continued to search after the selling, and most of the stocks were sold as part of the pre-scheduled selling plans as known as 105-1 programs. This 10B5 program. This means that for this program, the person who wants to sell the share, they won't know in advance what will be the stock price. They won't know in advance what will happening on the day that he or she is going to sell the shares. So the price, the amount, the sales, that must be specified in advance. They cannot have access to material non-public information. Means that they cannot know that there is a specific product launch or whatever event that is coming out. So there is no illegal insider selling. So it is just purely they want to sell the shares to get the money. They want to get the money, and get money for what? Then they've got different reasons. So that's the thing. So we will come back to Elon Musk later on. So you can see that apart from Elon Musk, a lot of other companies they have been the insider CEOs has been selling the stocks as well. Now I want to show you someone who is not in the leadership board. You can see Tesla is in. Then there is Amazon is in. This Walmart is in, Facebook is in, Google is in. There's one company is not inside. Company is Microsoft. Do you know who is this guy? This is an Indian guy. This guy is the current CEO of Microsoft. So right now the CEO for Microsoft, it is Satya Nadella. For this guy, he also sold shares. So for him, he sell more than $285 million in Microsoft stocks. So you see 285. If you compare to this, it is like peanuts, right? So Elon Musk 10 billion, then Jeff Bezos also 10 billion, then 5 million. So that's why he is not in the leadership board. But I want to show you the next piece of information. He sold nearly 840,000 shares of the Microsoft. It just before Thanksgiving. So he got 285 million. Then after he has sold the shares, he still owns more than 830,000 shares of Microsoft, which is also currently worth about 280 million. Now guys, you repeat this again. He sold 840 shares, I mean 840,000 shares. Then after he still owns more than 830,000 shares. Means that what is the initial amount of shares that he was holding? It is 1.6 million, right? Okay, so for 1.6 million, he actually sold 800,000 shares. Means that he sold 50% of his own shares, okay, as a CEO. Okay, for a CEO of such a well-known company, he is a top company in the world, he go and sold 50% of his own shares. This is like insane. Okay, this is insane. Okay, for CEO sell half of the amount. Then what is the reason for him to sell? Okay, then he give this reason. Okay, Microsoft in the statement said the CEO sold his stake for personal financial planning and diversification reasons. Okay, so for this statement, okay, say equals to never say lah. Okay, so basically he's not telling you what he's going to do lah. Okay, but the actual fact is he sold the shares. He sold 50% of the shares. So this is one guy from Microsoft. Okay, you will see this is how crazy. The other guy, the other couple. Okay, this is the guy. Okay, you should know who is this guy. This Bill Gates. So for Bill Gates, this year there is a quite huge news. In the middle of the year, okay, there's this news between these two persons. Okay, what happened is they're officially divorced. Okay, so Bill Gates and Melinda Gates, okay, they are officially divorced. And what is the reason for them to divorce? Okay, they said that they are no longer believe we can grow together as a couple in the next phase of our lives. Okay, so that's why I think it's a relationship problem. So that's why they separated lah. Okay, but what is strange is this. Okay, if there is a relationship problem, okay, then everything should split. Okay, but the thing is, for them, okay, they are officially divorced. Okay, but they actually didn't like ask for a name change. Let's say for this Melinda Gates. Okay, so the surname is following Bill Gates. Okay, but they don't ask for a name change. Okay, it means that Melinda Gates still the same name. So a separation contract was not filed with the court. Okay, so you know what's happening over here. Okay, they are divorced. Okay, but they say that we cannot work together. Okay, but they're actually like not separating. Because of when there's a divorce, it means that there is a lot of work to be done. Okay, so Bill Gates gave 2.4 billion in stock to Melinda. Okay, then some of the other articles say that transfer 1.8 billion on stocks. I don't know what is the exact amount. Okay, then transfer another 850 million in shares. Okay, so the total amount is like near to 4 billion. Okay, but what caught me, okay, it is the next thing. Okay, the next news. Okay, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation sold $1.8 billion in stocks ahead of divorce. The foundation already sold the stocks ahead of the divorce. Okay, and then for divorce, they have to settle down all the stuff. So there must be like some selling here, selling there. Okay, a lot of things happening. Okay, then I saw this news. I want to ask you this question. Do you think they divorce, is it because of relationship problems? So that's why they divorce? Or is it because there could be other things? Okay, there will be other reasons such as, okay, that they want to plan their wealth or they want to plan their money. Okay, I personally think it is actually not really because of relationship. Okay, it is more because of the money issue. Like, okay, how to better plan their stuff, get the financial, their tax. Okay, this is what I personally think. And through this action, okay, by divorce, the divorce, they can kind of like legally go and sell their shares, okay, whatever, like they want to keep cash. Okay, so it is better for them to move their funds, can move their wealth, okay, here and there. They sell a lot of shares. Okay, so the keyword here is they sell a lot of shares. Okay, for this entire news. So the next piece of the information. So first of all, I show you the CEO, the insiders. They've been selling a lot of shares. Okay, then Microsoft CEO sold 50% of his share. Okay, then for him, okay, he sell the share, okay, in the foundation. Okay, then the next piece of information is this. Okay, so this is Tesla. Okay, this is Tesla, okay, company. Tesla Q3 2021 shareholder debt. Okay, so one of the things Tesla did in Q3 is they are heavily paying off the debt. Okay, they're heavily paying off the debt. Okay, so they reduce a lot. Okay, and this is the graph. So not too long ago, Tesla's debt was significantly larger than its cash position. Okay, so these lines, the orange stuff is the cash, and then the purple line is the debt. You can see the debt has been increasing. Okay, the debt have been increasing for the past few years. Then what happened is they start to reduce it. Okay, they start to just keep paying off the debt, okay, very aggressively. Okay, I think it is a drop by maybe 30-40%, okay, around this amount. Okay, so you know that Tesla has been like just pay off the debt. Okay, they don't want to own too much of the debt. Okay, then the next one is this one, Elon Musk himself. Okay, I think you should know this. This is like very old news. Okay, so in early of November, Elon Musk do a poll in Twitter, ask that whether he should sell 10% of his stock. Then more than half of people go and say yes, right? And then they will say, maybe he said that I will abide by the results of this poll, whichever way it goes. Okay, so the reason why he wants to sell the shares is because they want to, he wants to pay the tax, right? Okay, so that is like pretty old news. Okay, then there the other person, okay, who replied in the Twitter, okay, the other people, like first of all is like Chicken Genius, okay, he mentioned that whether yes, despite knowing this will hurt me, okay, first one, Tesla is overextended, they sell high to pay your tax. Number two, this is the best time to reduce debt. Okay, so this is what Chicken Genius said. Okay, then the other guy, okay, there are actually a lot of other guys okay, come and act as a financial advisor, tell Elon Musk, hey, you should do this. They say other things you can do, there are other better way you can do. So one of them is this sailor. Okay, he said what if the goal is diversification, okay, an alternative strategy is to consider converting Tesla balance sheet into Bitcoin, okay, blah blah blah. Then this would deliver diversification, inflation protection, blah blah blah, a lot of things. Now, guys, I want to ask you, okay, when Elon Musk did this poll, okay, and then ask for public's opinion, do you seriously think that Elon needs the advice or not? If it is yes, then he will be crazy, you know. Because I want to tell you, he has been working in PayPal 20 years ago. He understands money more than anyone else. Okay, so before he even did this, okay, he already know what would the result, and he already know, okay, what would be the best way for him already, and he could have like a group of financial advisors, okay, like personal financial advisors, okay, to tell him what to do already, okay, to suggest him, okay, all the methods already. So guys, some people that naively okay, think that Elon Musk post this okay is because Elon Musk is like very chin chai, okay, very sweeping like that. Okay, it's like anyhow also can. Okay, but for Elon, he has got his plan ready. Okay, he already planned to sell the shares. Okay, just that he just use this poll, okay, as a disguise okay, to just cover up the things. Okay, so he said the reason okay why he want to sell his shares, okay, he said that yes okay, most of the amount okay, it will be used to pay the tax, right? Okay, but it is also to reduce their debt. Okay, it is also to reduce his own debt. Okay, then the next piece of the news, okay, you can see that people are selling shares, okay, keeping cash, reducing the debt. The next piece of news, okay, Elon's follower, okay, you should also know this about SpaceX. Elon Musk, just 2 weeks ago, okay, he sent an email to his employee in SpaceX saying that there is a potential SpaceX bankruptcy in the company. Okay, so he said that okay, there are some issues, so much worse, a lot of issues. There's no way to sugarcoat this. Okay, then in his email he said that do OT, okay, go and work. Okay, because if the things fails, okay, so Elon Musk want the company could face bankruptcy if it could not get the Starship flights running once every 2 weeks in 2022. Now, guys, when he shared this thing, it means that when you talk about bankruptcy, okay, it is a very, very serious thing. Okay, bankruptcy means that the entire company will shut down. Okay, the entire business will just like run out of business. Okay, but you see, there are actually so many Tesla shareholders want to invest in SpaceX. I want to ask you, if you can invest in SpaceX, would you want to invest in SpaceX? There are so many people like queuing, okay, waiting to throw money at Elon. Okay, he can do whatever he wants. He can just go and burn whatever rockets he wants. Okay, then there will be all the money he wants to go and burn the stuff. Okay, but how come he would say bankruptcy? Okay, this is something that he might be hinting about what could happen. Okay, and then he tweeted this. Okay, he said this: if a severe global recession were to dry out capital availability and liquidity, while SpaceX was still losing billions on Starlink and Starship, then bankruptcy, while still unlikely, it is not impossible. Okay, GM, okay, actually went bankrupt last recession. So that's why you see, eventually he has been like hinting already. Okay, he has been like so obviously telling everybody that if a severe global recession were to come, okay, then what could happen? Okay, then he also said that okay, based on his history, okay, some other companies also went bankrupt. So you see, based on this, Elon Musk is selling his own shares. Tesla company reducing the debt. Okay, then he also hinting okay, the public saying that the global recession might come. Other CEOs, okay, so you see for other CEOs, okay, they've been selling the shares. Do you know they actually know some insider news? For them, okay, they actually have got information. Okay, they cannot be like us. Okay, we know nothing. Okay, they of course have got something, some knowledge there. Okay, so that's why they have been taking so much action. Okay, here and there. Okay, you see what could be happening lah. Okay, so this one I don't know what could be happening next. Okay, I don't know whether it's going up or going down. Okay, but based on probability, okay, I just feel that okay, based on whatever they do and based on whatever the macro events that I told you just now, the recession might come. Okay, I don't know whether it's true or not. Okay, but the probability of it coming, okay, it is like high lah.
I hope you understand by now that the top management knows something we don't, and looking at what they do could potentially indicate the future movement of the market. So, do we want to sell all the shares now and buy at the bottom since a market recession might be coming? I will review that in my next video. If you think this video has been helpful to you, remember to like and share this video. Subscribe the channel and looking forward to seeing you next time.